Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Oregon Trail here on the Lord Master channel. This save file here was from yesterday, and today we continue on this here trail to Oregon, as it's 57% done with this trail, so we're more than halfway done with this. So we'll continue to press on so we can get that grandfather clock and the Oregon bus journey once we reach Oregon. At least nobody has died so far, and last leg of the journey that we had, we hardly saw any injuries or illnesses, so we're in fine condition. Even though most of the things that we have in the storage is full. And also we're carrying these two instruments. The guitar and the banjo. And also that 8 flower here you see in the discard area, we're dumping that because we used the flower to trade for some more toolboxes. Because that was a good trade. So now whatever problems this wagon gives us, we can fix it. And in other words, if any of those party members here, they'll say, it's like, who could fix this wagon? Well, I guess you can. It's just I like to see our coverage go up a bit. And also, when chance is given, I like to increase some of the width. At least, Gus, despite being a pessimist, he's the most loyal and he's the most kind. His, also, I was kind of incorrect way earlier that I said, hey, we kind of have both egotistical men, but no, it's pessimistic is the word. Really neat though. So, my apologies in advance for calling Gus the egotistical. No, he's pessimistic, it's just he's kind. Whereas he's pessimistic and egotistical, which again, self-obsessed upon damaging relationships. So he's the least loyal of all of us. So when the going gets tough, he's likely going to be the one to abandon us. And the medical skills is all crap except Gus's. And nobody's a better shot than her because the rest of the shooting skills of everybody is crud. But nevertheless, we're going to be heading to Fort Hall now. We've rested here long enough. Stamina is fine except for Maggie's, which I'll have to deal with that. Let me just look one last thing related to trade before we get on out of here. Well, it's the same things as it was yesterday. So let's depart. Fort Hall, the popular trading post for mountain men, immigrants, and Shoshone alike, built on the banks of the Snake River. One character of all stats will go up. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. Flower, flower, flower. Flower, flower, flower. Since we're in relatively good condition and in good capacity, let's go find these 2 dragoons and see what the trouble is. The party leaves the wonders of Soda Springs behind. It is a relatively short stretch to the safety of Fort Hall, though the journey will be no less perilous. Ah, hell. Dust swirls around the party, obscuring vision and making it hard to breathe. Can't see anything. Party's forced to stop. Continuing such a storm would only lead to disaster. Eventually, the storm clears and some of the ox have broken the yokes during the commotion. Oh, hell. Not again. Annie, you go for it because you have the better stamina of the 2. and he eventually finds the oxen cowering behind a rock. Dust built up as they were buffeted by the wind. Got them both. Alright, lead in the back, and he sets them under yoke once again, and the wagon continues to roll. How many wheel grease do we have? One, okay. Just making sure. Maggie spies a wounded jackrabbit limping amidst the grass off the trail. A swift gunshot will put out its misery and provide little food besides. We'll take the shot. Well, Gus tried. I mean, you know, it was Walter that did it first, and he felt bad about it. I don't know if you have any qualms against this little jackrabbit here. So Maggie takes the shot. She feel bad for her, but not as bad as, say, Walter. Maggie wings the jackrabbit. The sound of the blast scares the animal. It darts off the grass as quickly as it's able, leaving a trail of blood in its wake. I know you. You're that group that our idiot captain sent after us. I won't lie. Traveling alone's been boring. Let's play a little game. I'll challenge you to a battle of wits. If you can answer a few of my questions correctly, I'll rejoin the party. Oh boy. Guessing game quiz. I'll accept. Good. Let's get started. I have branches, yet I have no leaves, no trunk and no fruit. What am I? Oh dear, riddles. Branches, no leaves, no trunk, no fruit. I'm gonna say tomorrow. Ha! Incorrect. Let's try another. Crud. I never was, but always will be. No one ever saw me, but everyone knows I exist. I give people the motivation to better themselves every day. What am I? The wind? Ah, God, incorrect. What is greater than God? More evil than the devil? The poor have it, the rich need it, and if you eat it, you'll die. I don't know, this is, again, I don't... The poor have the rich need it. Again, I'm never good at such things. Redemption? God dog it. Slayer of regrets, old and new, sought by many, found by few. What am I? Slayer of regrets. Is it really redemption? It's gotta be that one. Ah, yes, correct. Let's try another. Only one color, but not one size. Stuck at the bottom, yet easily flies. Present in the sun, but not in rain. Doing no harm, and feeling no pain. What am I? Present in the sun, but not in rain. Doing no harm, feeling no pain. Nothing? You've made it clear that you're not my intellectual equal. I think I'll simply wait for the cat to send someone worth my time. Be gone. I guess we failed that one because, man, that really stumped me. And I've seen other people have done a playthrough of that, and their questions were random. just about as random as mine. So I guess we failed to get this guy, so that could mean I could fail this quest altogether. So let's go to this one at a Dragoon sighting. Maybe we can make up something for it. As long as nobody breaks a leg. We've got poor hygiene now. Walter reaches to the wagon to check the group's supplies. And startled yell stumbles backwards. The snake hastily slithers out of the wagon door. Nobody manages to get a good look at the species. The creature's bitten Walter to the arm. God dog it. Oh, suck out the venom. I'm in no mood. Maggie, you do it. I'm in no mood for... Just do it! I'm in no mood to spend the medicine. Maggie grabs Walter by the arm, sucks poison out of his wound, spits at her. Walter seems to have recovered shorter, but Maggie immediately shows signs of illness. This was meant to happen. God blasted. Please, wait! Thank you for stopping. I have misplaced my garments. Could you please help me? The man stands watch all barely concealed by a small shrubbery. Give him some clothes. Here you go. Gus had to be the one to do it. He's a nice man. Much better. Less nippy. In more ways than one. Please, take my medallion. I'll regroup with the captain once I had a chance to warm up. Oh, look. Good to see you again. We've been listening to this bass player perform. He's quite good, isn't he? More importantly, did you manage to ring our instruments? I'd like to get a move on. Yes, they never left the wagon. They were never broke. Thank goodness. Everything seems to be in order. We'll see you at Fort Boise for the performance. Rosetta waves goodbye. Hi there. Name's Raymond. I don't suppose you could spare some change for this old performer, could you? I'm just a few dollars short of some new boots, and I'm out of here for good. Raymond seems skilled at playing the double bass. He'll be a perfect fit for Lewis Southward's band, but he looks to be just a winner, not to the concert hall. Ask about the fiddle. You're looking to buy a fiddle, are you? I hear there's a salesman who went south to the Snake River. I'm going to meet with him myself to see how much I could get for my double bass. I bet it's worth a lot. Invite him to the band. Join a band at Fort Boise? Sorry, no can do. I'm giving up on music just as soon as I earn a bit of money. I'm gonna go live in the mountains and start trapping furs. Then I'll be sure to make a real fortune. Raymond does seem to be interested in joining Lewis Southward's band. What should the other people do to convince him? Well, let's talk about the mountain life. I mean, especially Maggie. She's the adventurer here. But Walter says, life in the mountains is pretty terribly exhausting, sir. Pretty terribly exhausting. Early morning hours and late nights. Long hours and no time to enjoy a hot cup of coffee. Why, I'm exhausted just thinking about it. I'm afraid my mind is made up. Sure, life would be hard, but the rewards are probably worth it. Just think of the clean, fresh air. Despite his words, Raymond seems unsure of himself. He's persistent, but the party still believes he could be convinced to join the band. Talk about the cold. It's mighty cold up in those mountains, you know. I heard stories of men who freeze to death in their sleep. I can't bear to imagine something like that happening to you. Of course it's cold. That's why I got this thick coat, see? I got it secondhand from a real fur trapper. I'll admit it's probably seen its better days, but I'm sure I can fix it up. He's starting to sound a bit doubtful. Much to the party's frustration, he's still holding out. Discuss clothes making. Now it's Maggie's turn to speak. You'll be able to take care of that coat for many winters, I'm sure. Mountaineers are very experienced at hunting deer, skinning them, tanning the hides, but you already know all about that. Well, it's not exactly something I've done before, but I'm sure I could ask my friends to teach me. When Ray mentions his friends, the party senses a weakness of some who should attempt to take advantage of it. Annie. You wouldn't have any friends in the mountains, Raymond. Not a one. You'll be alone for months with nobody to talk to. Do you understand? Annie delivers the final blow with calculated precision. I never thought of it like that. I was just imagining a big adventure. But you're right. I would really be on my own. He suddenly feels very pensive. Well, except for the bears and wolves, they could keep you company, I suppose. Are you much of an animal lover? All right, you made your point. I guess I'm not really cut out for this mountain life after all. Here, you can have my coat. I don't think I'm going to need it. It smells a bit funny anyway. Hey, got the clothes back. After I gave it to that one guy. Where did you say this band was performing? Fort Boise? I wasn't planning on traveling that far with my double bass. Do you reckon you could carry it for me? Great. Look at that amount of space. This is about as much space as the flower. So. You want to dump the flower? Hold on. Move it so we can figure it out. Unless you want to twist it. You knucklehead. Well, now how are you gonna fit in that? Aha! Aha! There you go. I told you we'd find room eventually. Let's get going. We'll clean up at Fort Hall. A musty sour odor emanates from the wagon, betraying the poor quality of the flour we've. The bad flour may be salvage of it very unpalatable if it is baked in a hardtack. Alternatively, the impurities might be removed with thorough sifting, at the cost of some time and effort. Sift the flour. Well, Gus, it's your turn. He spends 3 hours sifting the flour, removing the discarded ruined meal and repacking what remains. You four are definitely going to the barber shop. As the imposing white great walls of Fort Hall rise into view, a clamor and hubbub of trade is already evident. Several tents surround the fort, many of which, no doubt, belong to hopeful fur traders. You arrive at the fort. Who would you like to heal? Maggie. She's got the fever. Not to mention she got the hygiene back up because you know how she is. Now we unlock the new journey. Bitter winter. Brave the harsh mountain winter to help Thompson find his companions in this brutal winter-themed challenge. Successful completion unlocks the hunting knife item and the mountain man class. Yeah. Just got more flour than God knows. So, our party has reached Fort Hall. Right. Gee, look over there. Throw that flour in like it's nobody's business. Yes. Oh. 24 days to get to Fort Kearny. 19 days to get to Fort Hall. And it took quite a bit longer to get to Fort Hall because we had to take a shortcut to Fort Bridger. Actually, Fort Bridger is part of the main trail, now that I remember correctly. A single glance is enough to make it clear that the fur trade is in full swing here. Many people are hawking their wares, no doubt trying to make their fortunes. Rebecca Sims. I hear there's mountain sheep around here. Enough water too, but hardly a stick of wood. Thank heavens for Fort Hall. But I'm real sorry to be saying goodbye to my cousin Miles and all the folks heading for California. Overlander here. Fort Hall here is a busy fort. Wide stretches of meadow grass here are just what our tired animals need. As for me, I'll fix up the wagon leaks. Amanda's real anxious to wash all the clothes and linens in one of these clear streams. You know, beyond that point, there's a 3-island lookout, and then you're going to have a choice to either cross the Snake River twice or to go to the 3-island crossing there, and then you'll be at Fort Boise. So the Snake River is the next leg of the journey. But first, you people smell. Gus? Yeah, Gus, my need for Barbary is far greater. He pushes it in front of Gus before to sit down. Now let Gus get it, damn it. $7. There's Amy. There, everybody. It's all good. You know, she still has the fever, but yeah, don't worry about it. Actually, do worry about it. How many days left? 7 days down. Well, the wayfinding still isn't what it used to be, but that's why we have Annie here. The alternative is to use up those herbal remedies that we've been collecting. In fact, use that right now. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of that doesn't even get it. Okay, stop doing that. Save the remedies. Plus, we got so much damn flour, we might have to trade away some of them for something that might be worth bringing in. Don't sell pelts. We need that for the river crossing. Hopefully, we can hunt along the way. We don't need more toolboxes, but I'd like to have a guidebook. I'll be sure to trade away for some flour. See if we can negotiate first. Way to go, Annie. My girl. So, here. I have some of that flour. And we got that guidebook, which we'll use that right now. I know there's no room, but we're using that. Gus, you're the man. Because you're the most loyal out of all of us, so should the women fall ill or become injured, you're the one to lead. So glad we traded away flour to get a guidebook to improve a character's skill. See, that's why you gotta be smart for it. Too bad none of you are willing to trade away some money. But I'd like to have some more clothes. To dump more flour? Knowing that I hope we can hunt soon, so that means we'll be getting more meat. Give it another go, Annie. Yes! Yeah, more flour. So there we go. Now we got some more spare clothes to stock up. We don't need the toolboxes, so we should be alright at this point. So now we have 7 spare clothes here. Let's go to the store, see what they have for sale. I'm just only browsing. Unless I'm willing to dump it and then get something else entirely. Wagon grease. I'm reminded. Because I know that the next leg of the trail is going to kick my ass, so use the wheel grease right now. So it's applied. And knowing that whenever we do hunt, this is going to be the last time we'll use this trap. And then that'll open up some space. For good. But I suppose we can rest for today. Especially for Maggie. To help reduce her fever before we can... Oh yes, I forget. The lodgings. Well, the stamina, morale... I mean, the morale is good. And no food will be consumed. I don't really care about food consumption at this point. Just rest of the stamina. We're sleeping out here. No need to spend money. She'll be all better in a day. Any new traders? No. There's coffee, but... no flour to dump off. Never mind. I'm still stacking up on the medallions, though. For future trades. Just want to browse, okay? Just see if there's something that kind of boggles the mind. Remember, we're taking that double base to Fort Boise. But damn, I would love to get rid of the flour. I mean, yeah, you can just discard it, but you don't even know what's out there yet. So I guess we'll save up the money then. And if any of you fall ill, well, I'll take care of you. Because I gave Meg enough herbal remedies. We should have just rested, but we did rest. So therefore we're going to keep going. So we'll be heading to Three Island Lookout. The final lookout over the Snake River before descending to the river valley. Collect meat, collect pelts. Simple. Is there a hunting ground? Let me see. One. Okay, there is. So go over there. So we can get rid of these traps. This over there is a lost wagon. Don't need that because we already applied the wheel grease. That down there, that's party morale. Nondescript trail. Restore party stamina, which is always fine. Actually, let's go to the lost wagon, and then we'll divert from there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'd like to go over there. The party departs Fort Hall with trepidation. One of the trail's most perilous stretches now lies between the travelers and Fort Boise. What is that? Oh, look. Annie? Annie stops by the side of the trail, examining a small plant covered in tiny blue berries. Here are Oregon grapes, inedible despite their name, but imbued with potent healing properties. And he plucks some in hopes of treating future illness or injury. More herbal remedies, what luck! Just what we need, a little more of that. Howdy. Name's, well, that's not that important. I got some business to take care of and I need to hone my shooting skills. Fancy a wager? I'll spot you the bullets, so no need to concern yourself with that. I'll accept the challenge. So which of you is game enough to take me on? Maggie's the best shot, but she's got the fever, which she's expected to get better by tomorrow. So, hopefully, she still got it. How much are you prepared to risk? I'll bet $20. Sounds good. Alright, ma'am. I've set up some targets down yonder. I'll be timing you. Aim true, but be quick about it. Miss a target, and it's all over. Too slow, it's the same deal. I'll go first. That's it. Get ready. They're in different places, so you gotta pay attention to that. But hey, despite the fever, she's still a crack shot. That's a fine shooting. I'd hate to be on your bad side. Here's what I promise. Thanks for the diversion. Earned 20, and she's got her shooting skill up. And when she's better from the fever tomorrow, she's going to be the best shot out of all of us. I'm headed for the Dalles, by the way of Three Island Lookout. I'm on a hunt of sorts. Maybe I'll see you there. And you can give me a chance to win back my money. So long. And she's quite a sure shot. So we could have just bet a lot more and we would have won a lot more. She's all better now. The party approaches the dilapidated wind-blown wagon. While the long abandoned wagon looks and might collapse anymore, some parts may be salvageable. The wagon wobbles precariously that might be possible to retrieve useful materials, but each attempt comes at the risk of wagon collapsing. Well, here's one issue. There's no room. Even if we do take apart, we just, we got in the toolboxes. I just came there for a reason, so let's just leave it alone. Party decides best to leave the wagon alone and move on in silence. Sure, I could have gone to the campsite, but I just wanted to feel the excitement of adventure and all that. So we're just going to continue on the trail. Nondescript trail. I saw you back there, animal. Look at those birds. That was a rosette spoonbill. Oh, hello once again, my friends. It's good to see friendly faces this far west. I hope the trail has not been too hard on you. It's been a hard road for us since we last met, I'm afraid. We're running low on supplies, and little Mary has come down with terrible sickness. Perhaps, if you have time, would you like to speak to her? She's grown very fond of you since we first met. We talked to little Mary first. Walter is going to be the guy to talk. They're going to be one to talk to. Little Mary is nearby, clearly exhausted with none of the youthful energy she had before. As the group approaches, wheezing, coughing emanate from her little body. Hello, everyone. Little Mary coughs again. Are you coming to my birthday party? I'm going to be 5 soon. I asked Daddy if you can come, and he said yes. What should the party talk to little Mary about? Your new home. Are you excited about traveling to Oregon, little Mary? I've heard that it's a lovely place to live. Did you know that we're gonna settle there too? I don't know much about it, but if you're going, then I guess it's alright. I still miss my old house though. Now talk about your toys. What kind of toys would you like to play with, little Mary? I used to have a little wooden horse when I was young. I like dolls. I used to have one called Sally. When I lost her, maybe I'll get a new doll for my birthday. Little Mary looks excited. Dresses. That's a very sweet dress you're wearing, little Mary. Did your mom make it for you? Yes, she made it for me out of this old fabric. It's very soft and warm, so I like it. She pats the fabric with a well-worn dress. Little Mary sees why another fit of coughing. The party decides to let her rest instead of asking more questions. Didn't get to ask her about her birthday if she's excited about it. Offer the medicine then. Go get it, Walter. Oh, it's Maggie that's gonna do it. You are really too kind. I don't know how to thank you for this. I hope it's enough to cure little Mary's fever. With any luck, we'll see you again in Oregon. I hope so, too. The party takes a moment to choose which trail to follow. Down there, hunting ground. It's well known for its fox population. A perfect opportunity to hunt for food. See if we can get 100 pounds more and collect a few pelts, which, once the trap is used, that means there'll be some room for some pelts. Which is good. Out, fellas! Ye shall go no further. To continue on, ye must assist me. In affliction most foul hath cursed me. One of the insufficient inspiration. Your travails shall serve as the basis for my epic. As a reward, I shall not only let ye pass unpitied, but all shall know your names. Accept that. Excellent. I knew you would say reason. Tell me, what event during your travails has been the most important? One full of intrigue and pathos. Well, from my experience, it was catching a fish that was this big that one time. Including a tiny fish that was big. Who should tell that story? Well, Annie, she was the one that caught it, I think. Well, it was the best of times, it was the worst of times. 6 hours later. Many a tale has been told of the analogy of a fisher's catch, but ye have gone and done it. Ye have showed great skill and prowess, catching even the most notorious of targets. One could only hope to match such potency. Yes, this shall make for an epic that will echo throughout the ages, read by those for centuries to come. My thanks, heroes. I shall let you pass. I shan't keep such heroic folks from any future you may do. Be sure to regale me with your tales in future. It's hunting time. How's your stamina? Okay. Maggie's the best shot out of all of us, and she's gonna keep that up. She's the sharpshooter. I mean, she's the adventurer, so of course she has to be the one with the shooting skills. None of the others can. That's in my personal opinion. So here we go. Gotta time it right. Yep. Oh, I see. Shit. Didn't get it off the screen. There, got you off screen. Damn it! That means we'll get 90 pounds. Just cut short. Damn rocks in the way. That was the problem of hunting here. 60 pounds of meat and a trap for extra 30 pounds, which means just 10 pounds short, but we'll collect the pelts. 4 pelts. Alright. So, undiscovered locale on the trail here. Yeah, that wagon part just broke, but luckily it was on an area where there isn't any stuff here. The pelts go here. Now, fix that. We're still quite far off to the 3-island lookout. Infernal lightning fills the air. Now, swarms of mosquitoes plague the party. Born on the wind from nearby water, they assault any exposed skin, covering the party in itchy bites. Hope nobody gets malaria. Oh, look. More hunting opportunities. That means we can get the meat. What luck! And that means more pelts! Well, so I'm not terribly concerned about how much wheat we'll be bringing back at this point. Well, we're still gonna go with Maggie. Again, best shot out of all. We're gonna get some meat. We eat tonight. And now, okay, this looks promising. Oh yeah, more pelts coming up. I know there's no way you can carry all that back, but damn! Better shot. Better results. Even though you're shooting a bit willy-nilly. Yeah, because of her current state of the stamina, she can only carry 100 back. We'll get the coffee. Now, go get some more pelts. 8 pelts! That is more than enough to, you know, to get to the... See, up to the max. But I guess you can improve all of yours too. Alright. Because, you know, Snake River's pretty dangerous, so... With these enough pelts collected, this should save us. But we gotta go to the lookout first before we even think about crossing. What? Oh, is it raining? Yep. Just when we changed clothes. Heavy clouds roll in quickly and soon thereafter dump their rain, blanketing the trail in water. The ground grows quickly wet and muddy under the relentless rain. The party trudges through the sticky muck. It is wholly demoralizing and dirty experience, and the party begins to feel depressed and dirty. Oof. After some time, the rain begins to clear and the ground begins to dry. The party can continue unimpeded. Don't worry, we're almost there to the 3-island lookout, then we can rest from there. As long as nothing unforeseen happens. Guess we'll arrive there the next day. Maggie is prone to become exhausted, but we're about to reach there, so not to worry. A chill wind blows from the Snake River as the party approaches. The view is astounding, and a sobering reminder of how many miles remain to be traveled. Got the meat and pelts. So, it would be fine and dandy to brew us some coffee. And, this medicine, however, well, talk to folks first. Several travelers are surveying the Snake River and the islands dotting its waters. None seem eager to attempt the crossing. Come all the way from Independence, have you? Well, you are nearly in Oregon. If you can endure the most onerous river crossing, that is. Best of luck. The Snake River is a vicious hurdle, but the smattering of islands within it will at least allow you some respite between crossings. Supposedly, the Shoshone around here named this river after the salmon. I haven't the foggiest how it came to be known as the Snake River. Maybe on account of its shape? Anybody willing to trade? Not using these traps again. But you got any clothes to spare? I could trade you for some flour. Most definitely. Your turn. I'm gonna have to start, you know, working on the width of the other two, especially Gus. Gotta start giving Gus a chance to do some trading. In fact, just do that at random. Look, I'm not gonna get any of these, but at least try to have his chance to increase his width by haggling. It may increase it with time. Yeah, not expected to... Not all 15 pelts. And it's good to know how much we have. Who on earth would want to carry 1,000 hardtack? Can you imagine going on a trail with that many hardtack? And it's like, yep, this is all we eat. One more time. His wit's gone up. That's what I was trying to do. So I gotta be smart with that next time. Next time when you go trading with somebody, just keep increasing the character's wit. Haven't done much improvement on Walter because of, you know, out of everybody. Like, he's the least skilled out of everybody. And plus, he doesn't have a good attitude nor loyalty because he's a pessimistic, egotistical man. But he's still one of ours, alright? Could never let him go. And I'm not selling the pelts. But we must rest here for a bit. How y'all feeling? You think we should get the coffee brewing? Should use these. One. Okay. Could have used that, but I mean, there's no room. Sorry. And since you rested here, are there any different traders now? Anybody? No? These are the same folks. Well, guess we have to get going then. Hopefully, it isn't too far to get to the crossing. Once we reach the 3-island crossing, I will stop the video. Maybe. So, let me look down here first. I'm not going to make it official. The largest tributary of the mighty Columbia. The Snake River offers a guiding hand on the journey west. Restoring yourself gives you flour. Collect pelts gives you medicine. Okay, what about 3-island crossing? They're both 50 miles distant. But up there, a cluster of 3 islands creating a series of narrow channels to ford rather than a single large river. Collect durable remedies gives you cash. I always would like to have more cash. And yourself, no problem, even though this gives me flour. And flour means we can trade it away. Because, you know, I'm a greedy bastard. Collect durable remedies. You got it. We'll be there in a day. And, you know what? Screw it. Restore her health. Oh! The thunder cry rings out across the trail. Maggie's foot's been crushed under the wheel of the wagon. Toes may be broken. Oh no. Not Maggie. Depending on the extent of her injury, a good rest may be all that Maggie needs. If the injury is more severe, forcing her to walk will likely invite a greater misfortune. Gus. You're one of the best medicals. See what's wrong. He examines the injured foot but cannot determine the extent of the injury, nor the proper course of treatment. When Maggie tries to put her weight onto the foot, the pain is nearly too much to bear. It's definitely broken. So, let's just rest. It is indeed a broke. And her wayfinding skill has lost it all the way. So, you might be able to keep walking, but she might face rare repercussions. Oh god, not her. She's the best of us. Stop! 48 days. No wayfinding skill. Because she can't walk anymore. Well, walk as much as she used to. She could still shoot. I mean, it's her leg that's broken, not her arms, nor her mind, or her sharp eye. I mean, that's all fine. Howdy. Good to see a familiar face. You up for another wager? I need to practice so I can handle some family business. I'll accept the challenge. You may have beat me before, but I'll show you up this time around. So who among you has the keenest eye? It's still Maggie, even though she's got a bad foot now. How much you willing to bet? 1 second. 36. Let's make some bank. $50. Now that's a serious bet. You damn skippy hippie. Alright. The game is simple. Line yourself up to shoot, but wait until George here says go. If you fire before George says go, or if you take too long to fire after, you lose. We'll go 3 rounds. Do you want me to go through the rules again? I understand. Good. I'll go first. Oh boy. Steady. I'm hungry. Go. Hit. It's your turn now. Let me know when you're ready. This is a sharp eye, so pay attention. Ready. Steady. Hungry. Wait for it. Go. I think I got it figured it out. Ready? Go. Hit. Remember, until he says go, nothing else. I'm ready. Cough. I wonder if I left the kettle on. I wonder if I left the kettle on. Go. That was round 2. So here comes the 3rd round for him. Ready? Go. Hit. All right, for $50. Wait for it. Go. Huh. Hey, don't jump up. You got a bad leg or hurt foot. That was some fine shooting. That kind of cool hand and cool head will serve you well out here on the frontier. Here's your money, and thanks for taking my mind off my troubles for a while. I'm headed up to Fort Boise up the trail, looking for a man who might not want me to find him, but I will. Maybe I'll see you there too. And if you give me a chance to win back my money, so long. $50. Yeah. Now, let's go pick up those herbal remedies, and then we'll reach the 3-Island Crossing, and then that'll be the end of this video here. As long as nothing bad happens to Maggie. Oh, not again with this. Just do it, Maggie. Your shooting skills are getting better and better, and done missed it again. You just can't get that. And I know morale's a bit of a downer here, but don't worry. There'll be some things. Party supply is a small thicket of shrubs, each covered in small red berries. If gathered, have medicinal properties and may prove useful. Annie, go get it, because Maggie can't do... Well, actually, yeah, Annie. I was about to give it to Gus, but no, give it to Annie. She harvests an enormous number of berries, carrying them back by the armful. And we're gonna get the money to us. Mucker fodder. Come on, get it back up there. Oh, this grinding sound rings out as one of the wagon wheels jams in place. Closer inspection reveals that sand has wound its way inside the bearing and has worn down the axle. Well, nothing has broken completely this time. Party should consider repair damage before things get worse. Attempt repairing. Let Maggie do it. Keep trying to attempt to fix, and your carpentry skill will improve in time. And then you'll be the best carpenter always. Again, you're the adventurer. You're the jack of all trades. Alright. carpentry skill improves. It's hard work, but Maggie repairs some of the damage to the wagon. Well, we're gonna make it a river crossing soon. You better keep that well maintained. That is the most important thing regarding all this. Alright. Now we have reached the 3-island crossing, and that is where we will end this episode here. So the party finally arrives at 3-island crossing. Lie ahead, the last of the few river crossings of the trail, though they're no less deadly than any that came before. So we'll end this episode here, but in the next episode, oh god, we got Maggie with a broken leg, which we may have to rectify that, and also change some clothing out here, and hopefully there'll be some things to trade. But there can be no doubt that these pelts are going to be our lifesaver for the crossing ahead, because I feel that fording is safer than caulking a wagon and float at such a dangerous river. We got plenty of herbal remedies and some medicine to help reduce the duration of Maggie's bad leg, which is only 48 days. Not to mention there'll be plenty of rest. So yeah, she can shoot, she can fix, but she can't really do that medical stuff. That honor would go to Gus. So, and again, after we cross the 3 islands, then it'll be off to Fort Boise. As we've restored and we've collected these said herbal remedies, which at least that gives us a lot more money. So when we get to Fort Boise, we'll better buy some more toolboxes, because the trail is going to get rougher from there. Stop stammering. Now, so we hope you people have enjoyed this here episode. So in the next episode, will this crossing be a success, or will it lead to total disaster, and it may cost not only some supplies but also one of these characters' lives, especially Maggie with a bad leg. I mean, if we lose her, then it's Gus and Annie that'll step up, and nobody's a good shutter comforter beyond that point. So we'll see what we can do from here. So we'll see you in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.